What if I told you that the difference between someone earning 80,000 a year and someone building a 10 million net worth is not intelligence, not luck, and not even talent? It's patterns. The top 1% hold more than 30% of total wealth. That's trillions of dollars controlled by a very small group of people. But here's the uncomfortable truth. Most of them don't work 10x harder than everyone else. They simply make different money moves. And the scary part? Many of the habits that feel smart to the middle class quietly block entry into that top 1%. In this video, I'm going to walk you through 10 money moves that quietly position people into the financial elite. Some of them will feel uncomfortable. Some may challenge what you've been taught about savings, job security, investing, even generosity. But if you stay till the end, the 10th move will tie everything together, and it's the one almost nobody talks about openly. Let's begin. If you're serious about building wealth and breaking free from money problems, hit that subscribe button. We've got powerful content lined up to fuel your journey. Number 1. They build ownership, not just income. Have you ever noticed how society celebrates salary but rarely talks about equity? Someone proudly says, "I make $150,000 a year." That sounds impressive, but someone else owns 5% of a company that generates $5 million in annual profit. Their income isn't just earned, it's leveraged. Ownership changes everything. In Morgan Housel's The Psychology of Money, he writes, "Wealth is what you don't see, and ownership is exactly that. It's invisible at first. It doesn't show up as flashy cash flow immediately, but it compounds." Top 1% individuals don't obsess over hourly rates. They ask, what do I own that works when I don't? Stocks, equity in private businesses, real estate producing rental income, intellectual property, even a digital brand. Here's where most people get stuck. They focus on increasing salary instead of acquiring assets. They negotiate for a $10,000 raise, but ignore opportunities to accumulate shares in a growing company or build a side asset that could scale. And here's the twist. Ownership alone isn't enough. The way you structure it is what separates millionaires from the true top 1%. We'll get to that soon. Number 2. They obsess over asymmetry. Most people aim for safety. The top 1% aim for asymmetric bets. An asymmetric bet is when your downside is limited but your upside is massive. For example, investing $25,000 into a startup that could either fail completely or grow into a company worth hundreds of millions. Your risk is capped. Your upside is exponential. Wealthy individuals design their financial lives to gain from uncertainty instead of fear it. The average person avoids risk completely. They leave money in savings accounts earning 3–4% while inflation quietly eats purchasing power. The financially elite ask different questions. Where is the upside uncapped? Where is the optionality? They invest in growth stocks, venture capital, emerging markets, new technologies, or businesses with scalable models. They understand that one winning move can outweigh 10 small losses. Here's something surprising. Many ultra-wealthy portfolios are not balanced in the traditional sense. They hold safe assets for stability, yes, but they aggressively allocate capital to opportunities that could 10x or 100x. The key isn't recklessness, it's structured boldness. Number 3, they master tax strategy early. Most people think about taxes once a year. The top 1% think about taxes every quarter. In Tax-Free Wealth by Tom Wheelwright, he explains that the tax code is not a punishment system. It's a series of incentives. Governments reward certain behaviors, investing in businesses, creating jobs, owning real estate, funding innovation. The wealthy align their actions with these incentives. Instead of earning only W-2 income, they build structures, LLCs, S-corporations, trusts. They understand capital gains rates versus ordinary income rates. They maximize retirement vehicles. Here's a powerful figure. If you earn $1 million in salary, you could lose nearly 40% to taxes depending on your state. But long-term capital gains might be taxed at 15 to 20%. That difference over decades can mean millions retained. The middle class often celebrates gross income. The elite focus on net efficiency. They ask, how much do I actually keep? And here's the emotional shift. They see taxes not as something to complain about, but as a puzzle to solve legally and strategically. If you ignore this move, compounding slows dramatically. But if you master it, you accelerate quietly while others struggle. Number 4, they raise their financial temperature. There's a concept rarely discussed: financial thermostat. Just like a room has a temperature it returns to, people have a financial set point. If they earn more, they subconsciously increase lifestyle until they return to comfort. The top 1% deliberately raise their thermostat. Your beliefs control income ceilings. If you internally believe $200,000 is rich, you'll unconsciously sabotage growth beyond it. Many lottery winners go broke within years because their internal identity doesn't match their external wealth. The wealthy don't just increase income, they upgrade identity. They surround themselves with people earning more. They normalize bigger numbers. They discuss investments in millions casually, not for ego, but for calibration. When you raise your exposure, your standards shift. What once felt impossible becomes plausible. Number 5, they build shock absorbers before they chase speed. Most people build wealth like they're driving a sports car at full speed with no seatbelt. It feels exciting in a bull market, but one recession can flip everything upside down. The top 1% think differently. Before they accelerate, they install shock absorbers. Look at what happened during the 2008 financial crisis and the 2020 market crash. While millions panicked and sold their stocks at a loss, financially elite investors quietly repositioned capital into discounted equities, dividend-paying ETFs, REITs, and undervalued blue-chip stocks. They weren't fearless, they were prepared. True wealth isn't about avoiding downturns. It's about surviving them without losing your position. When your financial foundation is strong, you don't react emotionally to market volatility. You act strategically. Protection creates psychological peace, and peace creates better decisions. When you aren't scared of losing everything, you think long-term, and long-term thinking is what keeps you in the top 1%. Number 6, they treat relationships as high-return assets. If you study elite wealth circles closely, you'll notice something powerful. Information flows differently at higher levels. Deals are discussed privately. IPO allocations are shared quietly. Hedge fund strategies circulate in smaller rooms before headlines ever mention them. The top 1% don't network for attention. They build proximity to intelligence. Strategic relationships become assets that compound just like dividend stocks. One introduction can unlock access to a private equity deal, a partnership or mentorship that shifts your financial ceiling permanently. Wealthy individuals intentionally place themselves in rooms where bigger numbers are discussed calmly. Your network determines the speed of your growth. The right circle doesn't just increase income, it upgrades identity. And identity determines long-term financial trajectory. Number 7, they fund assets before they fund applause. One of the quiet habits that separates the top 1% is invisible restraint. While many celebrate promotions by upgrading cars, apartments, and luxury gadgets, elite wealth builders delay visible upgrades until assets can sustain them. They don't avoid lifestyle entirely, they sequence it. Dividend income pays for vacations. Rental properties fund vehicles. Cash flow from equity growth supports upgrades. They allow investments to finance pleasure rather than salary. This mindset builds quiet power. It reduces dependency on a paycheck and increases financial freedom. Many high earners get trapped because expenses scale with income. The top 1% let assets scale first. Here's the psychological shift. When you don't need external validation through status symbols, you gain internal confidence, and confidence creates discipline. The result isn't deprivation, it's leverage, and leverage is what transforms income into lasting net worth. Number 8. They turn time into a multiplier. Everyone has 24 hours. The difference lies in how those hours are structured. The top 1% refuse to rely solely on active income. They build systems that separate effort from earnings. Many professionals earn six figures but remain trapped because income depends entirely on their daily output. If they stop working, income stops. Wealth builders design ecosystems where money continues moving even during rest. Automation tools, delegation, and partnerships become strategic decisions, not luxuries. Instead of asking, "How can I do more?" they ask, "How can this operate without me?" This shift reduces burnout and increases scalability. When systems work for you, growth becomes exponential rather than linear. The hidden benefit? Reduced stress. When revenue streams are diversified and semi-automated, you think clearer, and clarity leads to better capital allocation decisions, which compound over time. Number 9. They keep capital ready for chaos. During market euphoria, many investors deploy every available dollar into equities, options trading, or speculative growth stocks. But seasoned wealth builders maintain liquidity, often called dry powder. Cash reserves or liquid assets give them power during downturns. When markets correct 20 to 30%, assets go on sale. Those with available capital can acquire strong companies at discounted valuations. Consider this. Buying shares of fundamentally strong companies during corrections historically produces significantly higher long-term returns compared to buying during peaks. Yet most investors are fully invested or over-leveraged when crashes occur. They're forced to sell at the worst time. Liquidity equals flexibility. Flexibility equals advantage. Number 10. They commit to decade-level thinking. Short-term thinking traps people in cycles of frustration. The top 1% think in decades. This long horizon changes behavior. It reduces emotional reactions to bear markets. It encourages dollar-cost averaging instead of panic selling. It makes portfolio diversification and retirement planning feel purposeful instead of boring. When you think in 20-year blocks, temporary volatility becomes irrelevant. Reputation compounds, skills compound, equity compounds. This mindset also builds resilience. Many abandon investing strategies because results don't appear within 1 or 2 years. The wealthy expect slow beginnings. They trust the math. Patience becomes a competitive advantage because most people don't have it. I'm dedicated to helping you achieve financial freedom through right knowledge. If this video resonated with you, like it, share it with your loved ones, and subscribe for more wisdom. And write, "I deserve prosperity," if you're done doubting yourself. I'll see you in the next one.